Hello! So here is the makeup bag. I know. It's huge! This is from a set of 3 from Boots, and it did have handles but I just cut them off. Just making sure I'm still filming. It did have handles but I cut them off, and I use this big one all the time when I go to London because I can fit a pouch of skincare in there and then any little hair bits, hair brushes, and it means that I can just chuck everything in and there is so much space. I've went through the phase of trying to have a nice pretty Louis Vuitton makeup bag or a nice leather one or a little sparkly pouch, and that's fine for a weekend or a short trip, but when I go to London I've normally got lots of work things to do, nights out and plans, so I need to have a lot of options, and also I'm obsessed with makeup so I want to throw everything in. So let's dive in to the makeup bag and I'm just going to start pulling things out. So when I'm packing my makeup, I'll usually start thinking about it a couple of days before. I know that when I go down this time I've got a Christmas lunch, a night out with friends, and it's my boyfriend's birthday, so I know that I'm going to have a few nights out. If I didn't have those planned, there would be things that I would leave out of this, but I'll start to think about it a few days before, and I'll also start packing it a few days before. So every morning when I'm doing my makeup, I'll start to throw everything into this bag, and then I know that I'm not missing anything out. So what I do with brushes is I just wrap them up in a hair tie. It is not very aesthetically pleasing, but it is practical. So I'll talk you through the brushes first, and I just literally chuck them on top. So I have the MAC 166 brush for blush. I have the MAC 286 brush for concealer. I have the MAC 129 brush for a multitude of things like bronzing, blush, highlight, throwing Studio Fix powder at my face. I have the 188 brush. I actually just threw this in last minute because I only bought it recently and I want to try and use it. I have the 168 brush for contouring. I have the Inglot 4SS brush for powder. And I have the Real Techniques buffing brush for foundation. I have the MAC 210 brush for eyeliner. A few MAC 217s for eyeshadow. Can't live without those. A 239 brush from MAC. A MAC 219 pencil brush. And my eyebrow brushes. This is the 266 angled brush and the spoolie brush. I don't know what the number of this is. This is a brush that you really probably wouldn't think that you need, but I use it so much and it's amazing. I'm so glad that I bought it. Before that I was just using disposable mascara ones to brush through brows, but this is amazing and I love it. So that is brushes out the way. Let me just tie those back up in my bag. Tie them back up in their hairband. It also means that if I ever forget to pack hairbands, I know that I've got one. So those are brushes. The next thing I have is my foundation. This is MAC Face and Body in the shade N1. I love that. This is what I mean about just taking everything, because normally if I was going somewhere, if I was going anywhere else, I wouldn't take this big bottle, but because I'm just going to London and I'll be at my boyfriend's flat, I don't need to try and pare things back. I also have MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NW10, and between the two of those foundations I know that I've got it covered. I can wear this on a night out, or I can mix it with the Face and Body, or as you've seen in my foundation routine, I'll use this as concealer with the Face and Body as foundation. Then I have MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. The most amazing highlighter ever created. I have Studio Fix Powder in NW10. My sweet, sweet precious. I have the Lime King Velveteen in Red Velvet. I'm wearing that just now. I have the MAC Pro Longwear Brow Set in Red Chestnut. Thank the sweet Lord that MAC now have a range of eyebrow products for redheads, because I was getting lost. I have the MAC Painterly Paint Pot as a base for eyeshadow. This is just a total habit now. I cannot apply eyeshadow without applying this. I have a beauty blender sponge in case I decide to get fancy. I have my Illamasqua eyebrow cake in the shade Thunder. This is so old. I really need to get a new one, but this is the shade. Illamasqua eyebrow cakes are amazing. I also have the shade Peak if I want to go a little bit lighter. If you are a redhead and you've struggled to find something for your eyebrows, then go out and buy this because it is amazing. The next thing is my MAC palette. So you'll see when I do my minimal makeup bag that this really plays a big part in me not having to bring as many products. So this is an empty MAC palette and it has depotted blush, contour powder and eyeshadows in it. And if I'm really trying to bring a small makeup bag, then I basically only have to bring this, mascara, eyeliner and base products. And there are a few times when I have been able to fit all of my makeup for a week or two into this makeup bag. So I'll show you that next time, but let me tell you what's in this palette. So in here we have MAC Petal Power Blush, MAC Warm Soul, MAC Uninterrupted and MAC Sculpting Powder. And then all of these are MAC eyeshadows. So off the top of my head, this is Cranberry, this is Antiqued, Wedge, All That Glitters, Red Brick, Swiss Chocolate, Soba, Nylon, Vanilla, Bronze, Paradisco and the Pro Shade Ground Brown. I'm impressed that I remembered all those and I turned not a one over. I'm so glad that I depotted things, and I actually depotted the Illamasqua brow cake I just showed you. I've depotted that before and popped it in here, and it's just super helpful. So that is my MAC palette. Next thing is this MAC glitter eyeliner in the shade Blitzed. I found this in my makeup drawer the other day and I thought I would take that instead of glitter and mixing medium if I wanted to do a Christmassy glittery eye. So if I do, then I'll post a picture on Instagram and show you how this looked. I have MAC 44 lashes. These are humongous and I am obsessed with them at the moment. I think they're amazing. And obviously I need lash glue to apply those. This is Duo lash glue. I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Makeup in the shade Very Light. My friend that works for Estee Lauder told me that this shade is discontinued and I'm not happy about it because this is amazing. As a foundation it would be terrifying, but for pinpoint concealing, if you've got a really big blemish, then it is amazing. And because it's so huge, it lasts for about 935 years. So I really hope that that's a terrible mistake because there's no way that any other shade would match me. But it just looks so natural and it gives huge amounts of coverage. Like, this shit is serious. I also have the MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen in Radiant Rose. This is the only thing in the world that will ever give me a brighter look under the eye. When you are white as a ghost, it is really hard to look bright under the eyes, but this helps me. I have Luna Cream Colour Base from MAC. This is a cream highlight. I have the MAC Mineralized Concealer in the shade NC15 for days when I just need something really quick and I cannot be bothered busting out heavy juicy concealer. I have my mascara, which is the MAC in Extreme Dimension in black. I love this mascara and I love the packaging, I think it's so cool. I have NARS Galapagos eyeshadow. When I bring things like this, like extra eyeshadows, when I already have 903 of them in that MAC palette, that's when I know that it's serious. Like, that's when I know that this is the makeup bag of all makeup bags and I'm just throwing everything in there. I love this eyeshadow and it gives the prettiest smoky eye. It's a deep chocolate and it's got a lot of gold glitter. It's so pigmented and I have the Bobbi Brown blush in Poppy Satin. The Bobbi Brown blush, the Estee Lauder blush in Poppy Satin. To be honest with you, the only reason I bring this blush with me is because it has such a big mirror. So if I don't have a great mirror to do my makeup in, then I know I've always got this, because let's face it, boys do not think about hanging mirrors in their flats, so sometimes you've got to work with what you have. And I have my gel eyeliner. This is the Clinique Brush On Cream Liner in the colour True Black. I love this eyeliner. It was my favourite for years and I've kind of rediscovered it again. Such a good eyeliner. And then I have a pair of tweezers for my stray hair and eyelash applying needs. And then the last few things at the very bottom are lip products. So I have 3 lip liners from MAC because obviously excess is the theme of this makeup bag. So I have Chicory lip liner. I have Burgundy lip liner. And I have Night Moth lip liner. And then I have good old Sephora lip stain in 07, as if I haven't mentioned this enough times already. And I have the MAC lipstick in the shade Sin. So I think all my lip needs are covered. So that is it. That is the contents of this ginormous makeup bag. I hope that was interesting, and as I said, I will do one when I next go away and I will show you all my tips for really paring things back, because I think at this stage I am a professional packer. So I will let you know when that goes up. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and stick to an upload schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. It is ambitious, but I'm really enjoying making these videos, and for me, I love it when people upload videos often. So I've written myself a little schedule list and hopefully I can stick to it. Fingers crossed. Leave me comments so we can chat to each other, because if there is one thing I love, it is talking. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye! I also just got my nails done today and I am obsessed with them. They are humongous and pointy, and just before I filmed this video I scratched my nose, forgot I had humongously long nails and almost poked my brain out. So there's a fun fact for you.
Right, serious.
Oh. Oh, what the hell was that?